Hi, I'm Alan and I'm from NJ11 for Change. I'm here to talk to you about how to vote in this year's general election. Because of COVID concerns, this election is mostly vote by mail. Every active registered voter in New Jersey is being sent a mail-in ballot. We strongly encourage you to return your ballot as soon as possible. If you don't get your ballot in the mail by Friday, October 9th, contact your county clerk. Some polling places will be open if you want to vote in person, but not as many as usual. If you can, it's safest to use your mail-in ballot. The smaller the crowds at the polling places, the safer for everyone, especially for poll workers. When you get your mail-in ballot, what do? Your ballot will say official ballot and will come from your county clerk's office. The design of the envelope varies from county to county. Not all have this nice red stripe. Inside, you'll find a sheet of instructions, your actual ballot, the inner certification envelope, which has your address on it. It also has your voter ID number. Write that down or take a picture of it. You can use it to track your ballot later. You'll find the outer return mailing envelope. It has the address of the Board of Elections on it. Notice that it says no postage necessary. You don't need to add a stamp. You'll also get a card that shows the different ways to return your ballot and a list of Dropbox locations. Ready? Here are the 4 basic steps. Then I'll explain each one. Step number 1, fill out your ballot. Step number 2, put it into the certification envelope, the one with your address. Sign and seal it. Step number 3, put that into the return mailing envelope, the one with the Board of Elections address on it, and seal that. And step number 4, return it. So, step number 1, your ballot. This year, you have voting choices to make on both sides of the ballot, candidates and ballot questions. Use a pencil or black or blue pen to mark your ballot. Fill in the oval below the candidate you want to vote for. Don't get any stray marks on the other ovals. If you want to do a write-in choice, fill in that oval and clearly print the candidate's name. Some of the positions that are up for election, like town council or board of education, you can vote for more than just one candidate. There might be, say, 5 people running for 3 open seats on your town council, so you'd get to vote for 3 of the 5 candidates listed on your ballot. Look on your ballot for that instruction. Do not vote for more candidates than you're allowed. If something goes wrong when you are marking your ballot, or if you lose your ballot, call your county clerk for a replacement. Okay, now you've marked your ballot. What next? Time for step number 2. Put it into your certification envelope. You'll see your name and mailing address on this envelope. You'll also notice, down here at the bottom, it says, do not detach. This is very important. There's actually a flap that lifts to reveal the envelope's opening. Don't tear off the flap. If it comes off by mistake, or if anything goes wrong, call your county clerk for a replacement. Now, fill out the section, sign it. And just like when you go to a polling place to vote in person, you sign the book. Your signature here will be checked against the signature that the Board of Elections has on file from back when you registered to vote. If the signatures don't match, the Board of Elections will reach out to you to give you the chance to fix the situation, so your vote can be counted. That's called curing your ballot. If you have someone helping you with your ballot, they need to fill out this box too with their name and address and sign it. Now lift the flap and slide your ballot carefully into the envelope. Wet the glue strip, close the flap down, and seal the envelope. Now you've got your signed, sealed certification envelope with your marked ballot safely inside it. Step number 3, put it into the return mailing envelope, the one that's pre-addressed with the Board of Elections address. Make sure your barcode is visible through the window. Then, seal that envelope too. Again, don't add a stamp. Postage is already paid. If someone is going to be helping you with your ballot by taking it to the Dropbox or the post office or the Board of Elections, that helper is called a bearer. A bearer has to fill out and sign this box on the front of the envelope while you are both there together. A person is only allowed to serve as a bearer for 3 people in any election. Now, step number 4, you can return your ballot. We strongly suggest you return your ballot as soon as possible. There are a few different ways to do it. You can return it through a secure Dropbox in the county where you're registered. The Board of Elections collects ballots from the Dropboxes at least once a day. You can also mail it, postmarked by Tuesday, November 3rd, Election Day. We advise taking it to the post office counter to have it hand postmarked. You can also hand deliver your ballot directly to your county's Board of Elections. Be sure to check their hours of operation and bring ID. And lastly, this is new, you can go to your polling place on Election Day and hand off your mail-in ballot there. Of course, if you can't use a mail-in ballot for some reason, you can still vote in person at your polling place. This year, it might not be your usual polling place. You'll get a mailing from your county clerk in late October telling you what location to use. If you have a disability, there will be an ADA-compliant voting machine at every polling place. But for other voters, the regular machines will not be available. Instead, you'll fill out a paper ballot called a provisional ballot. Provisional ballots will be counted once the name on the provisional ballot envelope is cross-checked against the list of everyone who voted by mail to make sure you didn't also send in a mail-in ballot. Because of that cross-checking, voting in person on election day actually means that your vote will be in the last batch to be counted. As a voter, you have a lot of options, but make it simple for yourself. If you can, mark your ballot, sign it, seal it, and return it right away. Get your vote in early. Then, track your ballot to make sure it arrives safely. The ID number you wrote down from the front of your confirmation envelope, you can use it to track your ballot online. To learn how, visit www.nj11.org and look for the Vote Tracker button. You'll also find our voter FAQ there. It has deadlines, how-tos, Dropbox and polling place addresses, contact information for your county officials, and a voter hotline number. Election Day, November 3rd, is the last day to vote. But think of October as voting month. Vote as soon as you get your ballot. This year, more than ever, it matters to be a voter.